Oh, hello there. Uh, thankful for you being here today and joining in this video. My name is Chaplain Rick with Corporate Chaplains of America. And for another segment here, I just want to give you an encouraging word. Wow, we all want to have healthy relationships, right? We were created for a relationship. No one was created to be a lone ranger. We are created to be with somebody and to share community together. But there's three keys I want to give you today to keeping a peaceful relationship, to having that peaceful relationship. Three keys for you. Before I begin, I want to say that I love those old Westerners. Those old Western movies at the time, and things were so simple back then. But you knew the good guys and you knew the bad guys, and and there was always a predictable showdown with the head good guy going after the head bad guy. And one of the classic lines usually come as the marshal comes into town and stares down the bad Bart and says, and he said something like this: "I want you out of town by sundown. I want you out of here by sundown." Great line, by the way. It's a great way to keep peace in town or anywhere else for that matter. I don't mean to asking people to leave, but setting a deadline like that says something, right? Well, I'm Chaplain Rick, and I want to have a word with you today about from God. About having these three keys to peaceful relationship. There's a verse, a scripture that really brings dear to my heart, and it says something like this. It says, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you're still angry." Let me say that again. In your anger, do not sin. Don't let the sun go down while you're still angry. I've often thought, boy, that would be a good sign to have over the married couple's bed. That would say something, right? So it's talking here about how to have peace, how to keep peace in a relationship. It has to be anchored to this determination not to let conflict, resentment linger on till tomorrow. Remember, we have to say, get out of here by sundown. Yep, that's the message. It takes work to keep peace and harmony in a marriage or in a family, which in a friendship, or a group of people that are working together in the office. We need that. Earlier in this passage, it also says this. It says these words: "Make every effort." Yes, make every effort. Do all that you can. Work hard at it. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. What kind of effort are you doing? What are you doing on your behalf? Well, there are three keys that keep the peace in the relationship, and I'm going to give it to you right now. You might write these down, okay? Not jot them down somewhere. Number one is this: deal with the conflict quickly. Deal with the conflict quickly. That's the first step. First key. If you've ever been to Disney World, which many of you has already, you may know that it's a very clean amusement park. Despite the millions of people that come through those doors and through the gates there of Disney, and people go there, you get the feeling that if you drop something, they're going to pick it up right away. Before it even hits the ground, that fast, right? They're going to catch it. And you know what? What happens? Clean breeds clean. They pick up something immediately. Their theory is this. Look at this theory. Don't let a mess get started, and there won't be a big one. Don't let a mess get started, and there won't be a big one. Phenomenal concept. That's a pretty good idea, a novel idea for keeping relationships clean. Don't wait until it's built up into a crisis. Deal with the first strain, the first miscommunication, the first misunderstanding or hurt. Deal with the conflict quickly. I'm going to say it and deal with it quickly. The second key is this: to keep the peace is this: tell how you feel. Speak it out. Share how you feel. For example, I never knew that I had been hurting my wife, and I had inadvertently been interrupting her or correcting her in public. This was many years ago, and in public conversations. And I didn't know until she told me, well, don't just expect people will know. I didn't know that until she told me, but don't just expect people to know. And you can say, well, they ought to know. No. Well, then, well, tell them how you feel. Express it as a feeling, not an accusation. Tell them how you feel. It's very important. The third key is this. To keep the peace is to admit being wrong. Now, that might be the toughest of them all, of this list. Being willing to apologize. Powerful words. 3 words. I was wrong. Some of us may seem like Fonzie from Happy Days, the old show sitcom on TV, where Fonzie had a hard time saying those words. He was like, I was wrong. It took him a long time to say it. We just can't say it, right? But those are 3 of the most healing words in the English language. There is healing when we confess our faults, our failures to one another. But when we let conflict and hurt stay overnight, maybe many overnights, we destroy peace. It eats us up. It eats up, it erodes love. We create resentment. We erode trust. Friends, unresolved anger is always a bad guy in town. That bad guy has got to get out of town, out of Dodge. And you know what to tell that bad guy, right? I want you out of here by sundown. I want you out of here by sundown. So you need to tell that resentment, that anger, that unforgiveness, whatever it is, hurt. I want you out of here by sundown. I don't want you to fester here inside my soul and create, right, roots of bitterness. Yes, unresolved. So that's important. So those are the 3 keys, guys. All right. Don't let it, deal with it right away. Share your feelings, and don't. And the third one, keep the peace. Learn to say, admit your faults, failures, right? Say I was wrong. All right, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed and you've been blessed by this. Please, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chaplain Rick Tirado. You can subscribe there, or give me a thumbs up if this has blessed you or spoken to your life. Maybe you needed to hear this right now, this moment, or you know someone that can be blessed by this as well. Share the video with that family, their loved ones, and tell them, hey, just listen to this. You might learn something. All right, we all can learn something. Well, maybe bless you. No, this is 4th of July weekend coming up, and I pray you have a blessed 4th of July. You and your loved ones, be safe with your friends, your family, and till next week. Peace. God bless you. This is Chaplain Rick. Bye-bye.